but
Based on the brand, dude.
I think it comes down to like the genuine love for like vintage, and are you in it because you really appreciate it and you want to spread this appreciation with others, or is it because you're just in it for the cash? And I think the people that are in it for the cash is gonna shine through. Like this guy who lowballed a homeless guy for his t-shirt. Stinky hoe. Oh,
You don't want that stinking.
stinky ass bitch.
You don't want that stinking. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome everybody to another episode of the BeeHole Podcast. I am your host, Lucas the Shroom, and today we got two reoccurring guests. One we haven't had for a while, but one we always see where we get too tired of seeing. To my left.
Que pasa, way, vatos? It's Vato Justin. Don't be a hole. Be a beehole.
And then across from us,
It's the one and only Jake from 92 Original. What's good? What's the buzz?
What's the buzz?
We gonna get into it.
Yeah, we gonna get into it.
About to get suplex.
Yes.
Nah. Oh no, sir.
So originally we were supposed to do this an hour early, but Justin wasn't here.
Stinky ass bitch took his sweet time.
Yo.
What took you so long?
I did hop in the shower. I had to. I did fall asleep for a little bit. Not when you hit me up, though, but.
Bruh.
I called it. I was like, this dude's probably laying
Laying
in his
bed,
bed
jerking
right now.
off.
He's
Laying
laying in his
in
bed.
bed.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
No, I was deceased for like 2 hours. And then I woke up, took a shower.
But we had dude, you should have been here, bro. We should have started a podcast because we had amazing conversations throughout, dude.
That shit was flowing.
Yeah, we were talking about the topics that he actually wrote too. I'm not big into football, but are you into football?
So.
I mean, y'all can both get into that because you have some football suggestions.
Yeah. NFL season starting this weekend.
Did start yesterday. Well, Chiefs and Lions.
Yeah, I'm saying it started this
Nuku.
weekend. It
Nuku's
started this
looking at me
weekend.
from the security camera.
She's
You see that blue light? That means she's on the camera right now.
Hey, Nuku. She's spying. What's good, Nuku?
Okay, all right, yeah. So you want to talk about that football stuff?
Season opener, Packers, new era.
Season opener was yesterday.
I'm talking about for the Packers.
Okay,
All right.
okay.
Packers.
Okay, you got to specify.
New QB, Jared Love. Preseason, he was looking great. We did 2 out of 3 games preseason. I'm excited to see what goes down against the Bears Sunday.
I can't believe the Bears game is so fast this season. Usually it's like a couple weeks in.
Man, actually, I looked back at last year, and around now was like the same Bears versus Packers game.
But it was more into the season, though, right?
I think it might have been like the second game in the season.
Okay.
I don't think it was the season opener. So
And we're in Chicago.
yeah, we're not out in Title Town. We're
Nope.
down Chicago. So we gonna see. But I'm seeing hints of OG Aaron Rodgers and Jared Love. He's making those quick
Whoa.
connections. You know,
That's a big statement.
we gonna see, bro. I don't think that Jared Love got a fair reception when he debuted back in, I think it was the 2022 season, because he debuted when Rodgers was out because he was refusing to get the COVID vaccination.
Yeah.
And so I'm pretty sure Love debuted against the Browns.
You want to
And
get
everyone
closer
was
to the
just
mic?
like,
There you go.
everyone was like, this guy sucks, boo. Like, new rookie QB, and they didn't give him a fair shot. But now he's what we got, and he's looking pretty good out there. So I'm excited for the Packers season, new era. We're going to see what happens.
The Packers have had a history of having good quarterbacks.
That is true. Going Favre, Rodgers,
Bart Starr.
yeah, Star. That's back, bro.
He's going to have to he's got some shoes to fill in.
He does. That's very true. We're going to see. Rookies taking the test.
But he's got the knowledge of Aaron Rodgers because he's been backup for a while. So he had to been learning. No way you're just sitting there and just mind your own business.
Yeah, and actually seeing that firsthand of how he does or how he plays. But, it's also on the fact of how he's been or how Aaron Rodgers been in previous seasons, though,
Yeah.
But his IQ and his knowledge is still there, too. But with the way that he was doing it, or from what I've heard of what I've seen, it wasn't really that impressive for the Green Bay Packers themselves.
Yeah, fuck Rodgers.
There you go.
Fuck 12.
There you go. Literally
the Jets.
up.
I can't believe he took Cobb with him to the Jets.
He took a lot of people.
Yeah, bogus as hell, bro. And Rodgers ain't even in his prime anymore. I feel like he ain't.
Oh, I know he's not in his prime
Yeah, he
anymore.
ain't, bro.
He's on the descending.
Well, we're starting clean for the pack. I'm excited for this new era.
I kind of support him taking Cobb though, because he's like, this is my homeboy for a
Man.
while. I'm taking him to where I go. I ain't
True.
gonna leave him behind with all these new rookies.
That is true. I respect it. I guess I respect him taking Cobb, but I'm gonna miss Cobb.
Oh, no, I
because
want-
Cobb was a solid wide receiver, bro.
Yeah, I want Cobb. I want Cobb back, bro.
Bring back the Cobb.
Have you been into any fantasy football leagues?
Nah, I've never gotten into that.
Yeah.
Really.
Didn't we try to do a fantasy basketball league?
Yeah, we did.
Dude, that shit fell out so hard because somebody won and we were supposed to put in like $20,
Right.
and then the winner just wins the whole fucking pot. But then after like half the season of the NBA season, dude, I just didn't focus on it. I had a really solid team though. It's just, have you ever done fantasy basketball stuff?
No, I've never done no fantasy.
So the way that it works is that you guys have set of people. You can't do it with 2 people. You have to do it with at least like 5.
Right.
So you have a whole group, name your teams and all that. Then you have to go into a drafting situation where you have to draft these certain players. And with that whole drafting situations, on the schedule of the NBA, you have your starting 5 and then the bench, like 5 people on the bench, I think.
Yeah.
And then you have to correlate every time they play or somebody else doesn't play. You have to correlate them to have them on your bench. So, for example, I would have Curry on my bench, and I would have Curry as my starter, and I have Kyrie on my bench, and then I have, let's say, John Morant as just an extra hand, but he's not on the bench, right? If Curry's not playing that day, but John Morant is, I'm gonna have to put John Morant in the starters
And
to
then
get me that point.
And put Curry on the bench.
Yeah, and put Curry on the bench. Or if Kyrie's still playing that day, maybe if Kyrie and John Morant's playing that day, I'll put more faith. If I have more faith in John Morant, which I probably do, I'll put John Morant in starter and then Kyrie at bench. Because if you have him at bench, I believe you still get his points and they add value to your team.
Yeah.
If you have Curry Curry on starter while John Morant's still not in like the bench or the starter, then you don't get his value or John Morant's value for his game.
You gotta be on the ball with like rotating in and out players and whatnot.
Who's playing and what they can bring to the table. And you gotta be very smart of who you're having,
So in a sense, you're kind of like a coach.
Yeah, basically. And it adds value to, the whole season.
Yeah. You gotta be paying attention to the teams, your players, all that. Kind of time consuming.
It really is. Because NBA games happen very often.
Oh, yeah, dude. I feel like I've never done fantasy football, but I feel like it'd be a bit easier for football since you're doing it like weekly as opposed to like every day, every other day,
Yeah.
So,
but there's more players though in the NFL than the NBA team.
That is true.
That is true.
It's trade off.
But there's more player. Yeah, that'd be harder, wouldn't it? On the fact that that would be harder.
Track more players versus tracking more games. I guess it's that fantasy trade-off for whichever sport is your thing for the fantasy world.
Yeah, that is true.
I'm a fantasy golf guy.
Yeah?
Tiger Woods all day type shit.
Justin, if Justin was a golfer,
John Daly.
That's what I was going to say, bro. You be John Daly out there with the mullet and shit. You already got the long hair.
Oh.
Luke was watching.
Oh, shit.
Keep talking.
Nah, I'd be John Daly, though.
You would be, bro. You'd be out there with your current hair. You'd be out there, and then you'd be drinking Modelo's on
the green.
Yeah, out there on the green, slamming Modelo's and shit. Yeah, dude.
Tiger Woods said if John Daly would have took himself seriously, he'd probably be one of the best golfers in the world.
Oh, for real. That is true. He had like I don't know golf like that, but he had like that initial like swing where like you're hitting it off the tee.
Tee off.
Yeah, the tee off. He had like a mean tee off. He could really drive that shit. And I'm pretty sure there was like there was some sort of tournament that in a turn of events he beat Tiger Woods in it. I don't know golf like that, but I remember hearing this, and that's crazy. If only John Daly wasn't a crazy cig smoker and drinker,
To this day.
Yeah, he's stuck, but he's a legend, bro. And there's like John Daly Jr. out there, and he's making a name for himself out there in the world. So
hopefully, don't start smoking and drink.
Pick up the old man's bad habits.
Have you been interested into getting into golfing?
Not gonna lie, bro. It seems like a fun time. It seems fun.
I low key want to get into it because
tried.
So you try it?
No, I tried. I wouldn't. I've never tried it before. I've only been mini golfing once in my life.
Yeah, and you know what's sad? We went mini golfing, so it was me, his coworker, my ex coworker, because I used to work with him. Two of his my ex coworkers, Adam and me. Right? We went mini golfing. He was supposed to come through because he invited me to go because it's Adam's birthday. And while we went to the Tom and Jerry's one in Plymouth.
Okay.
And I was outside with my Beamer at his place waiting for his ass. In 30. Yes, I did. Because I didn't know where you were. I needed to go around to find you at your spot, your usual location.
Sounds typical.
So I want to go try to find you, and then I messaged them to see if you were over there with them, just in case you didn't communicate with me, and you weren't. So after 30 minutes, I just asked them like, "Hey, if you guys are getting tired of waiting, you guys can go ahead. I mean, I don't mind stepping out on this one." They're like, "Just come through, forget about Justin." And then I just went through and we just had mini golfing. And it was a really calming time because there was like a few people there. And mini golfing where there's only a few people there, dude, very calming and relaxing because you're at your own pace.
Right.
Dude, simple.
I think it would have been different if you had Justin there.
Yeah.
I think it would have been like a little bit of a, come on, Justin, like.
Oh, I would have won the thing.
Oh, no, you would not. No, you would not. He's the same person because we went bowling too. He's the same person to count out or call out strike when he didn't strike.
Okay.
Best golfer out there.
He's every time he bowls, strike, no strike.
Got the confidence though.
Got the confidence. He never lacks on the confidence. He also lacks on the timing.
You just gotta get the confidence and then the skill to match. And then you'll be ultimate Justin.
The Michael Jordan.
I am
the Michael Justin.
Michael Justin, big 23.
Yep.
They said never trust a guy with two first names.
Damn. I've heard that before. So
well, that doesn't apply to me, so you can trust me all you want now.
Would you trust a Lucas Luke?
I'm gonna name my kid Yang, so as a first name.
You're such a bitch.
Damn. Bro, what does it say here on Carlos the Alligator?
That's a crocodile.
This is an alligator, bro. Last time I was here, for those that might remember or haven't seen, I don't remember the exact episode number.
Yeah.
But it was determined that Carlos is not a crocodile.
Yeah, he's actually an alligator.
He's been misassigned as a crocodile just for the name to kind of like ring better, but he is in fact an alligator. So that's why I have taken custody of Carlos here, and he is now Carlos the Alligator, and we're taking care of him now. And on the back of him it says, "To fill, press here." Yeah. We're going to fill him up with positivity and identity of who he truly is.
Oh, snap.
That's Carlos Crocodile forever.
Nah.
It's got a V. It's got a V on his back for Vato.
Where's the V?
Right there. You see it?
It's the light green V.
Oh, there's
the
like 4 of them, bro. It's part of his scale pattern.
For Vato. His real dad.
You can get him back maybe one day. Once he's in a better position of validation, he's found his identity. But you really traumatized him, bro.
Yeah, it's 2023.
Really traumatized him. I've talked to him a bit. He's like, "Damn, I thought I was a crocodile."
I taught him better than that. He did not talk to you.
That's what he told me.
Well, you were telling us that this whole time and you weren't here.
Luke was here.
Stranger danger. Told him not to talk to strangers.
Luke was here, bro. We talked about. He's like, "Damn, I thought I was a crocodile, but finding out I'm an alligator just really fucks with my head. I don't know where to go from here." And so like. Luke were like kicking some game to him.
You're abusive. You're an abusive owner.
Bro.
I didn't even tell him I left his mom yet, and that he's adopted.
Well, you told him now, so you're gonna lie.
Justin, the alligator fucker.
You like, fucking alligator
like
boy.
Steve Irwin, like the crocodile hunter.
He's a crocodile humper, dude.
He's out here.
I said he's adopted.
But you said the mom. You said his mom.
His mom could be adopted mom too.
You would
What?
Wait, pause.
Hold on.
Okay,
Pause,
okay,
bro.
hold on. So when
You
have-
adopted his mom?
no. When you have two parents, right? You can adopt a kid from somewhere else.
Okay.
I adopted
Yes.
him. We adopted him.
Okay.
But now I left his mom. Not his birth mother.
There
I'm
you
still
go.
lost,
Now-
bro.
yeah, yeah, okay.
I'm still a little lost. Oh, but you know what?
He's still cracked out.
No, he's an
He's an
alligator.
alligator, bro. We're getting him back to where he should
Yeah,
be.
yeah. I'm just surprised you haven't gotten him a tank with your fucking weird ass.
That would be cool. Maybe we should get a tank from him or something. Man.
How would you hang the tank?
Or we could like display it up here or something like that.
I mean, he's actually,
Yeah, I think he's good on the table.
he
right
can be
now.
hung too.
Don't
yeah.
hang my child.
Why put him in a box? Why put him in a
When
box?
it could be
You want to
free.
put him in the box.
I don't. The display was I think Luke just threw it out.
A
As
a nice display piece.
Yeah.
And now you want to hang my child?
I said that.
I did not say anything about hanging him, bro.
These motherfuckers.
I would not want to hang him.
But yeah. Anyway, so you got a pop up this weekend.
Yes,
You
sir.
want to do a little plug on that?
It's too late for a promo
Oh,
on
yeah,
here, but I'm excited. We're doing a little fall kickoff pop up. Me and my buddy 920 Rags.
Rags to riches.
So what does he
Rags,
do?
Riches. So it's my buddy Eddie, and then he's got a partner Sam.
You wanna-
And
Eddie.
they upcycle garments, so they take old clothes or just different garments. They cut them up and like make cool designs,
Really?
like cool patchwork jeans or like jeans covered in pockets, or like he's got some crazy designs, man.
Really?
Like he'll do like a hoodie with like a t-shirt over the hoodie, but then he'll take like a pullover hoodie, and then he'll take the pocket and then he'll sew it back on to the t-shirt that's been like sewn onto the hoodie. So
What
he's got
the
like
fuck?
it's got some crazy like you just see things as rags, cut and tear, sew it up.
Yeah.
It's really cool. It's really cool what he does. And I got all your fall essentials, flannels, crew necks,
Oh yeah.
hoodies. NFL season opener.
Oh,
I got
yeah.
a bunch of Packers and NFL gear. I'm gonna be throwing deals and steals all weekend. Do a couple giveaways. So, yeah, and there'll be more to come this
Yes,
fall.
sir.
So stay tuned. Go follow me on my IG page 920 RIGINAL 92 original for announcement on the next pop up.
Yes, sir.
But you've been doing some stuff too, Luke. With so you showed me some designs.
Yeah.
You're gonna keep it in the kitchen for a bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna be cooking in the kitchen, man, because I've been really slacking these past couple of months on my graphic design work. So I'm actually gonna put some more work into this whole TDC project that I have with my the owner that owns the clothing company in Australia. But there's gonna be more plans to it. I don't want to get too deep into it because I don't want to revolve this whole episode about it.
Just know this man's cooking.
I'm cooking.
He's
I'm
cooking.
cooking. I
He's
got
in the
this new
kitchen.
design coming up. Gonna be putting on a hoodie. It's gonna look super fucking sick.
He cooking. I'm hungry.
And then he's gonna be hungry.
You always hungry.
You are always hungry. It's
Yeah,
not. We're not saying because you're fat, because you really are always hungry.
Hey, me too, bro. I always can max, bro. I can always eat a little bit more.
Yeah, but he's like the person like he just ate something. He'll be like, I could eat. I'm like, Jesus, dude. And it's not to say that you're fat, but it's literally just to say that you eat all the time too.
It's alright. I'm the taco champion.
Nah.
Oh,
No, I was just about to say this. You can eat, but you're a slow eater. Take your time. You do like a little bite. You might squeeze in a little YouTube video. Take a couple more bites.
Rod Wave music video.
Yeah, he takes his time with it. People like me, we get down to it.
Yeah, he's a
We
glizzy
go
gobbler.
plate for plate. We go plate for plate. Glizzy gobbler. Give me some hot dogs, bro. I'll take care of them shits. I'll take care of them. You want to go hot dog eating
No, I'm
contest?
good. You won that one. I'll give you. You can be the glizzy champ. Glizzy gobbler champ.
Big dog. Big dog.
You got dogs on your shirt.
Big
So I got
dogs,
I got the Miller dog gambling shirt. I don't know if the camera's even picking it up, but
But yeah, yeah.
I don't
big
know.
dog
He's
status.
got dogs on his shirt. Yeah.
Yes, there's dogs gambling on my shirt. And speaking of dogs,
Dogs.
Have either of you guys, Luke? I know you're not a big drinker.
Okay.
Have you heard of Doghouse Pub?
I've heard of that.
Yeah.
That's your shit now or what?
Yeah, they make it. They have good hot dogs. I'll say that.
That shit is not good hot dogs.
No, they got some good hot dogs, bro. And they were gonna make a hot dog named after me called the Jake Dog.
What the fuck?
Bro,
Are they based in? Are they based into where we are?
They are based in Sheboygan. They're over on Geely.
You a damn liar. They ain't gonna make no
Oh
hot dogs.
yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Are they at that corner?
Yeah.
Oh,
right across from
shit.
Screamers. Yeah. That was like my after work spot. It still is. Like I go there with the homies after work, shoot some pool, get a
Dog, let's go over there
dog.
more often. Then. Shit.
Get a dog. They have a good selection of dogs. And
Fuck no, they don't.
yeah, they do, bro.
They got to have that natural casing, bro.
They-
It's all beef, but no natural casing.
The Vienna does it for me, bro. I'm not too picky on like my hot dogs and whatnot. They have some tasty dogs, bro. That's the general consensus.
He's very
I get from
specific
everyone.
about the dogs he's gonna insert his mouth.
And you
The
paying
glizzies.
and you paying like $6 for a hot dog.
It's $5, but you
Bro, it's the experience, bro.
you real picky about what wieners you put in your mouth, huh, bro?
And how they feel and how they're made.
Whenever they have to work, you said.
Hey, I'm just asking a question, bro. I'm just asking a question.
I don't know what's sad. The more that we don't complain, or the fact that he's complaining on how he wants the glizzy.
That's
I don't know
true.
what's more sadder.
I don't
dude.
even eat hot dogs like that, but when I do,
I want it perfect. Look at this.
it's gotta be
Man.
done right.
You gotta be girthy.
Brats
with
or
veins.
hot dogs.
I go with brats.
You with brats?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say.
Something about a good brat, because growing up in an Asian household, brats and rice was my thing, dude.
Okay.
Brats and rice was the fucking thing. So brats hit home for me.
Brats.
What about
Can't go
you?
wrong with the brat.
Oh, the brats all day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We this is our area's like specification. This is what we like.
Yeah.
This is what we all stars in.
You know what's crazy that like not a lot of people think about? You go in any other state, you're not gonna see a brat fry. That's so common
Oh wow.
in Wisconsin. Oh, we got a brat fry here. You
The
see them
fuck
all over
is
the
that?
place in the
You
weekend.
know?
You go over to like Iowa or probably even down to Chicago, you're not gonna see a brat fry.
Maybe with football. Maybe that's it. Not really a brat fry though.
Just a fry out,
grilling
right?
out.
Yeah. And another thing I noticed too, you don't fry the brats, you grill them. Why is it called a brat fry?
Yeah. Oh, should it be called a brat grill? I mean, that doesn't really roll off the tongue.
Exactly, bro. These dumb provocative Midwestern questions right here, bro. People won't be thinking about that shit.
Hmm.
See, Justin's over here.
I can
thinking,
really
like,
change a
what?
man. I can really change a man.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a good question. Answer next episode.
So the next episode we'll do our research and all that shit. Actually, we'll do our research on our first break, and that's what we're gonna be taking it. So we'll see you guys in a bit. This podcast is brought to you by Tints LLC. Listeners to the BeeHole Podcast. With my experience of listening through podcasts like these, I'm usually driving my car. And let me guess, you're doing the same thing. Research shows that 38% of US adults listen to podcasts while driving their car. But there's also a percentage of you that laugh and smile throughout segments while showing off your beautiful face to the car next to you. In your head, you're probably thinking, oh, does this person think I'm crazy or insane? Yes. Yes is the answer. If you want to listen to this podcast driving your car without having to be scared of the car next to you, I recommend getting your windows tinted by Tints LLC. Tints LLC is an automotive window tinting service with over 6+ years of experience with 5-star ratings and reviews. So, if you're located in Dane County, Wisconsin, or if you're not afraid to travel, Tints LLC offers services that provide you the best and pristine quality of tint applied to your windows. Now, for my lovely BeeHole bandits, if you head to Tints LLC's Facebook page, dial 608-217-5773, or visit their building located 4102 Lien Road, Suite D, Madison, Wisconsin, and set up an appointment. For a limited time, use code BeeHole Podcast to receive $40 off your next window tint service. You heard me, $40 off. Again, call them today at 608-217-5773 5773 or visit their Facebook page and use code BeeHole Podcast to get $40 off your next window tint service and get that car looking more beautiful today. Code is eligible for any window tint service offered.
Konnichiwa.
You know you can move the microphone to your face too, right? I don't.
Yeah,
'Cause
he's,
you always-
he's like leaning in
Yeah,
here.
because every time like I see you and I ask you to move in, you're tilting the microphone and you're moving in. I'm like, you can adjust it to where you really wanted to go. You know?
I've always had a thing with microphones.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So
the most I've ever used a microphone was in court. So like, this shit's like
That's not good.
a little awkward to me.
yeah, I got you.
But I'm getting there.
We comfortable. We drinking.
We
We drinking.
comfortable.
Cheers.
Cheers.
This is the
Get
first
the
time
big
I've
one.
seen you drink. This is my first time I've seen you drink straight soda.
Hey, we on the descending. You gotta try. And I gotta work tomorrow, so.
I thought you
Oh, yeah.
drink a water, but straight up, that's the first time I see you drink straight soda though.
I've never seen you drink a Mountain Dew before.
Exactly, it's weird.
But yeah, man. Enjoying a Friday night, crack a Mountain Dew.
I'm feeling a little reckless tonight.
A little
Oh,
reckless
it's
with the
getting a little
caffeine.
Crazy.
With a little caffeine.
He's starting with the Mountain Dew. Next is the Monster.
Oh
no.
my
And
god.
then he's playing COD all night.
COD Mobile.
I will be streaming tonight on Twitch, though.
Here we go. Go follow Vato Justin on
Vato
Twitch.
Gaming.
Dude, we gotta make an Instagram for you.
About
We
to-
gotta
Yeah.
we gotta take that shit.
Bro, I feel like you would in the Instagram space, your like personality as Vato Justin, got the sombrero, very true to your Mexican roots. That shit could go far, bro.
You'd have to hold the page because, I haven't been on social media in a long, long time.
Yeah,
That's
now it's just
That's
trying.
cap. Hold up.
Okay. I've been on
This man
Messenger.
says this, but then
I'll be on Messenger.
bro, you always send me like Facebook videos, bro. You always send me Facebook memes.
People send them to me, and I send them.
Okay, I don't know, bro.
I'm like the middleman.
You middleman the memes.
Yep.
Yeah,
meme
basically.
middleman.
If somebody sends it to me
Me-
and I
me
think it's
middleman.
funny,
Meme middleman.
I'll
Say
send it
that
to you.
5 times in a row.
Me middleman Mexican. Me middleman Mexican. Fuck.
Little tongue twister.
But yeah. So yeah, maybe should we Should we try to
Well, we
a
try.
Vato Justin page?
I think we should do it.
If it don't take off, it don't take
Because
off.
I don't even have a personal. Do you have a personal? I don't have a personal.
I don't
IG
have a
page.
personal. I've been thinking.
Yeah,
of
you
making
do.
a personal.
Yeah, you do. Napoleon Dynamite at the real.
But I'm thinking of really owning that shit. I was thinking of being Napoleon Dynamite for Halloween.
Dude, that's like the easiest costume
that
you
that
can
is
pull
pretty
off.
easy,
Vote for
But
Pedro.
you would have to shave then.
dude.
Can't do it. Can't do
Yeah.
it.
That would be funny as fuck. Instead of saying vote for Pedro, vote for Vato. That'd be funny as
You'd have to
shit.
get him custom.
Bro, you'd have to be. You have to dress up like Pedro though. I mean, you'd have to cut your hair.
Hey, somebody getting call.
Oh my bad.
You gotta answer. Okay. Do you have to answer it?
No.
Okay. So he had to think about it. But anyway, so I was gonna ask you guys a question because it just dawned upon me because I couldn't answer this question for a female gender.
So you think we can?
Yeah, because it's not an answer for the female to give. We have
okay.
to give that answer. She asked us a question,
Oh,
or she
okay.
asked me the question. I couldn't really give it to her right away. So some people in the female community are wondering how can we move on so quickly, or how can we just not take things personally, joke wise. How can we just say to each other "fuck you" without getting hurt? You know what I'm saying? How is it so easy for us to kind of let things go?
I think because it's really like for guys at least, there's really no meaning behind it.
Yeah.
Especially if we know each other. I think girls take things to the heart a little harder than we do.
It's that brotherhood. If you've ever had a brother, or like for all the ladies out there, if you ever had a brother, I'm sure you guys like poke fun back
Yeah.
and forth with each other. It's the same thing with us guys. We make little jabs and we're a little hard on each other, but at the end of the day, we know it's all love and it's like nothing serious.
Yeah.
I mean, it also comes to like the friendship too. It comes down like to specific friendship. If you're close with someone and you reach that point where you feel comfortable just like making jokes like that, you know, poking fun at each other, making jabs, then like it's there's that understanding. But if you're not at that level and it's just like someone you don't really know, then you both will know when the line's crossed and it's disrespectful. But if it's your brother, like us three, then like we all know it's just fun and games.
Yeah.
But ladies do take that. They take that shit in a different way, man. Like, I had my brother's girlfriend. She was like, "Oh, you threw a snowball at your brother. How could you do that?" I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me? What you mean?" Like,
I would have thrown one at her.
Go and find one. This is what I was doing. Little headshot.
Fuck around and find out, motherfucker.
Yeah.
No, I think ladies are more like psychological though. Like everything's up here for them.
Yeah.
Like they overthink a lot of shit. You know what I mean? They keep everything in the bank or their memory bank, and they'll remember. And I don't know. I just think girls like not over dramatic sometimes, but sometimes they be over dramatic.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh damn, that sounded bad.
We ain't gonna get misogynistic.
Yeah, we're not misogynists. We're not misogynists.
We're
but
not.
like,
We're not.
you know,
we love and respect you, ladies.
Yes.
Right?
But ladies be like this their whole life though. You know, what
Yeah.
I mean? They don't just start when they get older. Like they start this stuff when they're kids. They have like middle school friends, and then they have middle school beefs.
Yep.
And then it goes to high school, and this girl's talk shit about behind me on my back. I heard you said this, rumors. And
Right. It's a lot more like word of mouth and I don't know.
Because guys, you know what I mean?
It's a lot different.
They hear a rumor, they're like, who said this? All right, let me go to him. So what's up with this rumor? Like, what's going on with it?
Right. Like very direct. Let's straighten this out, you know.
Like, we don't have to fight, but like, let's get on the same page here.
I know exactly what you mean, bro. For like the females, it's a bit more like, oh, I'm gonna go talk to my friend about this, and then like, and it's just a lot of like word of mouth, like, she said, he said stuff, like going back and forth. It's not like trying to straighten out the problem right away, like us men do. But yeah, I guess it just comes down to like different psychologies, I guess.
Yeah. And more so it happens to kind of be easier to let go on the men's side, because it's like I had to kind of compare myself into it, because I work with a lot of people that just give me shit just randomly, you know. Sometimes I don't like it, sometimes it's whatever. But at the end of the day, my intent is that they know that I'm professional and we can all be professional, and this is nothing personal, because it's at a workplace. Not everything at the workplace is supposed to be personal.
Right.
But at the end of the day, what I just told her is just I just don't give a shit. You know, it's like at the end of the day, you should know your purpose is your intent of like, you're not the person to make me breathe. You're not the person to make me pump blood into my brain and have all these functions. I'm that person. I have more power than you for how I control things, and I give less of a fuck for what you say about me.
Right.
You know, but with society nowadays, maybe you can dimmer that down a little bit. That masculine energy for us to have that shield of not giving a shit, that can dimmer down because everybody's so sensitive nowadays.
Yeah.
You know, I had a little conference call with the owner of the TDC in Australia, and he said one time he went to America and he asked me the question, like, why the fuck are you guys so sensitive? I was like, yeah, I mean, the idea of America's freedom, or, you know, we have the right to be free or some shit, that clouds our mind to think that we can do whatever the fuck we want, you know, and to actually have that ego or that pride to say whatever we want to say, do whatever we want, and to kind of defend ourselves by saying that, excusing our actions for saying that, you know.
Yeah.
I give some part of it to technology and pop culture.
Yeah, 100%. In today's day and age, everyone takes everything so personally. And, like, you just can't take things personally, you know? People don't, in your head, you might think it might mean something some way. And, like, if it's clearly disrespectful, then that'll stand out. That'll be obvious. But if it's not, it's like, you can't take that personally. And in today's day and age, it's like a lot of mainstream sources and whatnot is like, you should be taking this personally. You should be offended by this. You should be offended by that. And
yeah, it's really weird because it's like the mainstream is trying to help you focus on you and how you feel, and that's what kind of makes them the mindset to believe in themselves more, which is
head.
Yeah, which is like a really weird concept to be like, it's a good thing, but it's also a bad thing, because if you get the wrong person, you give them that good advice to a wrong person, they can do whatever they want with it, in a negative standpoint, you know? It's very scary because if you go up to somebody that's like super confident in themselves or they have negative intent into anybody else and give them like, you have the right to think whatever you want to think, you have the right to say whatever you want to say, they'll do whatever they want to say on a negative standpoint, and that falls back on you, you know? It's just depending on how people take it, you know? And a lot of people will just follow into the trends to kind of feed off of what other people say, and they'll kind of fall into that concept.
Right. It comes down to like we're seeing this worldwide. It's just a lack of a moral compass and a lack of faith, and there's a lot of morally bankrupt people out there, you know, just doing whatever to elevate their perceived status and gain them clout and riches. And it's just sad to see. But if you just gotta stay true to your moral compass and just know right from wrong, and not listen to, not believe everything that you hear. You know, you gotta look at things a little bit more with a little more perspective or analytically. Like, is this, because nowadays we get fed so much information and so much content. Like, it's almost like what do we consume more than air or water? It's like the content through like music, TV shows, radio. You know, there's all these different facets of content, and you gotta like stand back and be like, is what I'm getting fed of good moral standing, and is it genuine and beneficial to me? And then you'll be able to adjust accordingly so that you can be a more healthy and genuine person. And people just get too caught up in TikTok or the news or whatever is getting fed to them. And that's where we're at today.
I think people just got to realize that, you know, I mean, we all come from a different home, you know what I mean? So you only know what you're taught. So someone might have been taught the same thing as you, so you might think you're right, but they might think they're right, but you guys were clash heads. And then people got to realize too that, you know, I mean, we give power to the words. I mean, if we just shrug it off like nothing, then there's no power to the words.
That's very true.
And then people got to realize also that, you know what I mean, it's our emotions, so you control your own emotions. You can't let other people control your emotions because they belong to you.
Right. You can't let nobody live in your head rent free.
I mean,
you can't let them get to you. You gotta have that. You gotta have that mental fortitude. You know who you are. You're not gonna let someone's words or what someone thinks of you or says about you break you, because you know yourself.
And it's also just based on the people that say it to you, and the people that are saying to you, but you don't listen. You know, because there's levels of people you think that can be around in your life for a while until you kind of sit back and realize the people that will be in your life for a while is the people that are actually behind you, pushing you further. When you don't see the work that they're putting in. For example, like a friend is different from a family member, you know? And a lot of people, they will listen to more of the people online compared to what somebody that's living proof of experiences that they have similarities to that they've gone through right in front of them, which is their mom, dad, you know, sibling, and whatever.
100%.
And they don't want to listen to that because it's like, I grew up with you, but what I perceive of you is not what you're trying to say, so I think you're lying.
Right.
You know, it's just fucking crazy and sad.
It's like mass misguiding. Like, everyone has an opinion. Opinions are like assholes. Everyone has an opinion. And people are getting misguided by like what they see online, and they're scrolling on social media all day and all these comments. Look at the comment section. Look at what my friends say on Facebook or whatever. But it's like people seem to struggle to identify what's like the value of one's opinion and compared to other people's, what's meaningful and what's not meaningful, pretty much. And
it's also like, I like the concept of you have the right to have an opinion, but you also have the right to be wrong.
Right.
You know, because people can consider pushing themselves on a different level because they always say that they're right, when in reality they don't really listen to other perspectives, but their shield of believing that they're right kind of just doesn't take anything in.
100%.
So it's you can be wrong too. Even if you believe that what you're saying is correct, you can be wrong, but you have to accept that.
Right. It's having humility,
Yeah.
just able to recognize, I'm wrong, or maybe I'm not seeing this how I should see it. And that's how you become successful. You got to be open-minded. You got to be open to learn. You can't be thinking, "Oh, I'm the best." Be some hard-headed person thinking, "I'm the best at this. Like nobody can show me different." How far are you going to get? There's people out there that are way more successful at you in different aspects of whatever you're trying to accomplish. If you open yourself up to their criticism, you'll be able to construct yourself to be more successful or be able to achieve what you want to achieve because they've been through it. They have that experience. And wise men learn from others' mistakes, or others' teaching.
Yep.
Fools will, they'll squander and they'll learn the hard way pretty much.
Yep. I think it comes down to pride.
Yeah.
For a lot of people. I mean, people always want to be right.
Yeah. People don't like being wrong,
Yep.
You're wrong. You're wrong.
Yep.
People don't like hearing that.
But
Everyone wants to be right.
Like you said, sometimes you got to step outside your own brain and see it from their point of view, because you're inside looking out and people are outside looking in, so you guys see two different whole views.
Right. And then put them together and make what you make out of it. Make it beneficial to what you're trying to accomplish.
Yeah.
But that's why it's good to have multiple friends you can go to, because everyone sees a different point of view, or maybe two of them see the same point of view and three of them see one point of view, and then you guys can all come together and
different perspectives, different insight.
Yeah. And not to tarnish the reputation you guys have of friends, is literally just communication with each other, and to see what can change off of that communication.
It's constructive criticism.
Yep.
Yeah. 100%.
Yep. Because you can both have disagreements, but you guys can agree to be with each other in the end. You
gotta find that common ground, and it goes with a lot of things. Like you were talking about with coworkers and whatnot, or your coworkers saying some things. It's like at my work, I've worked at a bunch of different places, a bunch of different factory environments and whatnot. And it's a lot of different people. It's a diverse spectrum of different people. But you're working with people. At the end of the day, you're there for the paycheck, right?
Yep.
And so you gotta find common ground with your coworker. Maybe someone isn't at the same. They might look down on you because you haven't been here as long.
Yep.
You're different from them. But if you're able to communicate with them, find that common ground and just work towards that common goal of just accomplishing the day's work so you can go home to your families, that's all that matters. So that's why I find, just talk to your coworkers, let there be known there's a mutual understanding. There's lines not to be crossed.
Yeah.
In a subtle way. And then, just find that common ground.
Yeah.
Just knock out the day's work.
Because they have a reason to say whatever they want to say,
Right.
And they expect you to do more. They have a reason to say that because they've been there for a long time, and you should never really hesitate on their authority, and you have to respect them for what they are and what they bring to the table for the company that you're working at, instead of having your ego go against to be like, all right, let's see which motherfucker wants to pick a fight today. It's not always walking around eggshells. It's trying to see what you can build yourself, money-wise, mentality-wise, and everything will just play out,
Right.
And you just can't have that mindset of thinking about yourself all the time at work.
Yeah.
You got to think about the company, because at the end of the day, you are working for a company too,
That is true.
And which is really weird, because I have that mindset. I've always had that mindset whenever I'm working, because this is my second job that I've been working at. I never really delved into other jobs before, because I'm super loyal to my job. Like, I've been at the bakery for 3 years. No matter how toxic it was, not the environment or the people, it was more so of the workflow. That was so toxic to me, but the relationship that I had, I didn't want that to change. The experience that I had, I didn't want that to change. I believe that I can go a level up more, but I've only been going a little bit, even though I put so much effort into it. Like, being there for 3 years, I've only called in at least twice, and I barely take vacation.
Man.
So my loyalty still stands, and to have it into this bigger company, which pays me double than what I was getting paid over there, being disciplined and talking to all these older people with experience and all that, give them the respect that they deserve, because I'm the one going into their territory, and it's wrong for me to act like it's my territory when they haven't really opened up to me, you know. So, also it's just I also just don't give a shit about other people, and I just talked to my girlfriend about this. Is that like whenever she works at Target, she comes home talking about Target tea because it consumes a lot of her life because she works almost every day 8 hours.
Right.
I work every 7 days out of a 14-week period, 12 hours. And every time I'm at work, it takes a lot of time in my day because it's 12 hours a day, right?
Right. Them 12-hour shifts are, man,
Yeah,
they're stretched.
It can be very draining.
Right.
But whenever I come home, I don't have anything to say about work because my mindset is just say, once I clock in at 7, I'm here to work. I'm here to do the job, and I'm here to get the job done. But when I'm out at 7, I don't give a shit anymore. I just want to relax until I have to go back in the next day.
That's a great mindset to have, bro. Yeah. But as for like the view on like working for companies and whatnot, like I've worked for like 7 different companies in like the past 4 years, and like coming from my background and whatnot, it's just I see companies for I guess it comes down to how far you want to go within that company. If you want to climb up the corporate ladder, reach a managerial position, then give it your 100%. But if you're just there for a check and managers are like always just, they don't really respect your time. They're like, hey, there's overtime Friday.
Yep.
See you there.
Yep.
It's like, oh, you don't know what commitments I have. You don't even care.
Yep.
You just have a quota that you need reached, and you better be here because your employment depends on it. It's like hard to respect that. It's hard to respect that. And I used to be at a certain point in time is like, yeah, overtime junkie. Yep. But now as like I've gotten older, it's like I value my time a lot more and what I can accomplish with my time, as opposed to like just giving that to a company or a company is taking that. And so for me, I personally view, since I've worked at so many different places, I think the younger you are, it depends on your career, where you want to go with your career.
Yeah.
If you see a career with this company, then you should take it as far as you can and dedicate all your time and commit 100%. But if you're just trying to feel out like what the best place in the work market is for you, like whether it's like factory work, maybe retail, delivering, there's all sorts of stuff. I think a big view or a view that's been around for a while is you should be 100% loyal to the company. You should stick around for as long as possible, build that loyalty. But I think younger people should work at as many jobs or work at a bunch of different jobs, get a feel for what they're passionate about or like comfortable with.
Yeah.
And so that way they can like really figure out what they want to do for the rest of their life.
Yep.
Because maybe it might not be working in like some factory doing like assembly work, doing the same thing all the time. And there's so many different like different directions to go. You could find out you're actually really passionate about graphic designing or lawn caring, doing lawn care or like painting or gutters, anything. And then you could just really focus on that skill set and building that in a way to make that passion and that skill that you enjoy doing become a full-time job. And so then you're your own boss. And then, but it all comes down to what you want to do and how you visualize your career path.
Yeah, because you have to, with the whole jumping to job things, it's a really eye-opener on the fact you get to have these experiences
right
at your own hand that you never really done before, and to see what you're comfortable with,
Right.
And it's very rare for like even somebody like me to have a few jobs and still being able to contribute as much as I can. But at the end of the day, we all know this. For company people, we can be replaced easily.
Yeah,
easily.
That's exactly.
And the thing is that we can be valuable. We can be an asset to a job that we've been in for so long. But it's a no-brainer to hire somebody else to kind of go into that position and help them with their company. We're very replaceable.
At the end of the day, it's that company. You're just a number.
Yep.
And they could dispose of you just like that.
Yep.
And replace you.
Yep.
And that's why it's interesting. I've been at a lot of factories in the Sheboygan area, and different companies treat their employees at different standards. And there's been I've been at a couple companies where they're very respectful, they respect the employees' time. When they give them bonuses, they're generous.
Yep.
I've been at some really cheap companies that will be like constant OT. And there was one company that I was at that like mandated OT for over a month. Like it was like you get 2 days off every month, which was crazy.
Jesus.
At the time, I couldn't even leave my house except to go to work. And so it was like it's like I don't care, I'm getting out of the house.
Yeah.
But to show employee appreciation for like all that OT they're mandating, they gave all their employees a little water bottle and a $5 coupon to a supplement store. It's like,
dude,
that's so cheap.
Yeah, everybody has a fucking thing to say about that too, and they have a right to say that shit because that's such fucking ridiculous,
That's why be your own boss is the goal,
which is the goal for that people should take. But there's a lot of company people out there, because some people won't advance into that level. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but it's really just what you are comfortable with.
I should specify if you're like, if you see a career and you see that advancement in that career path, then go for it. Go crazy. But if you're struggling with that and like you're not a good fit in like the corporate workspace, then see what other opportunities are out there. See what you should pursue.
Yeah. And there's a lot of people that don't keep that balance in their life to take from personal things to work, and there's a lot of people that are independent, that in their mindset they're independent bosses, but they're working at a company,
Right.
But you're a person that tries to thrive on that, to want to become your independent boss, to kind of grind on that. There's some people that just has to go job to job, but they just want their job to be perfect for them.
Right.
Which is a bad mindset to have because, you can't really go to a company job acting like they're supposed to surround themselves around you. You have to surround yourself around them because they're successful. You're not. That's why you went to them.
Right. You're the new kid on the block.
Yeah.
You gotta prove yourself.
Yep.
What's your work ethic?
Yep.
How smart are you?
Yep.
You
what can you carry?
Right.
Yeah. But anyways, we'll get on our second break and we'll be back with you shortly.
Bye.
This podcast is sponsored by 92 Original. Hello, my BeeHole Podcast listeners. Are you in the Sheboygan County and wanting to up your vintage and streetwear game? Are you tired of looking around thrift stores and trying to find some sick-looking retro tees? Well, I got the page for you. 92 Original is a Sheboygan-based vintage brand that provides unique and nostalgic retro pieces from the 80s to 2000s, connecting you with pieces you resonate with affordable prices. They offer local meetups and online shopping through Depop and eBay. They're great with communication and offer fast and amazing services. Look, you guys, I've been hitting this page up for a while now, and I've purchased so many of my clothes from them with great customer satisfaction. And I love how reasonable the prices are. If you follow the link in the description, or go to your Instagram search bar right now and search 92 Original, that's 920 RIGINAL, that's 920 RIGINAL on Depop, eBay, and Instagram, and tell them your boy sent you. Thank you.
Fuck with the BeeHole, get stoned.
All right, and we're back. So Justin wanted to add a comment onto what we were talking about.
Oh, it really does cost to be the boss. But
Costs to be the boss.
like you're talking about like advancing yourself. I think for sure 80% of the time plus you have to go back to school. You have to get something with your name on it. Because I could tell you I've been doing this for 10 years, but if I don't have this piece of paper in front of me that says I'm certified, then you're gonna take the guy that's maybe been doing it for 5 years that's certified in it.
It really depends on what you're going into, right? Like I know people that own their own clothing stores that generate over $100,000 a year. Never went to college.
Yep.
So it really it depends if you want to go to school, what it's for. And then there's people that have lawn care businesses or contracting. Maybe they went to a trade school, but maybe they didn't, and they just learned from from past jobs or just from experience. and they're successful contractors, or they have their own companies that generate a lot of revenue annually. But it really just comes down to exactly what it is. Because you're right, certain things you won't excel and reach that point of like you're your own boss and you can have your own company that's successful unless you do go to college.
Yep.
But I also feel like that's a trap for a lot of people because it's like, oh, what's the American vision? I get out of high school, I need to go to college. And then, student debt, it's normal to get in that. They just get swamped in student debt. And then they're just at college having fun, fucking around. They don't really visualize their future, and they don't really have a clear direction. And they're just knee deep in debt. Not even knee deep. They're like, they're drowning in debt. And they're going to be drowning in debt until their 30s or their late 20s. And so it really just depends what you're getting into.
Yeah.
I'd say more like a trade school wise, college wise, not a 4-year university.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But you have to learn something though, because the more knowledge you have, the farther
on the
you
thing
go.
that you want to achieve,
100%.
the farther you go.
You gotta invest in yourself.
You gotta do it every day, and you gotta just keep learning about it, because there's always little things that you don't know about that you learn over time.
Nuances, little things that make you that pro.
Yep.
100%.
It's always based on opportunity, Yeah. And like you said, the amount of years that you can put in, you still don't know everything of what you're doing. You can consider yourself a professional. I can consider myself a professional as a graphic designer.
Right.
But I've only been to 2 classes in high school, and I never really perceived that in college. I failed the first class in graphic design in high school because I had it in my I had it in my sophomore year, I think. I had graphic design my sophomore year, and I learned how to graphic design at the end of middle school. But my ego was way too high, and I considered myself too good for this class, so I just never gave a shit. I just kind of did a little bit separate work at school while I was there, because the computer's right in front of me. I might as well do some shit. He's telling me, he's teaching me on how to do shit that I already know about. So what's the point of kind of, investing time into this? But then I failed that class. I retook that class a senior year to where I was same idea, but I actually put the work in to ace the class and to do side projects for the teacher because I was, because I knew everything.
Damn. The progression, bro.
Yeah.
The progression. See, if you told me off camera or off whatever that you failed your first class of graphic design, I wouldn't have believed it at first.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have believed it. It's it reminds me of the Dream Team in '92 with Barcelona, and that was the first NBA Dream Team, because prior to that they'd only allow collegiate U.S. players.
Yeah, because they didn't have NBA players.
Right, and so then it was like Michael Jordan agreed to it, and some guy changed it internationally so that the U.S. could be on there. And that was pivotal. And there was Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson,
David Robinson.
Bro, just star-studded team. And then they all came together and they were doing a little scrimmage match, right?
Yep.
In a gym, and so it was like they were divided into teams and shit. Those guys, that Dream Team, and they played against each other. Or no, it was, hold up, I'll go back. It was the Dream Team versus a collegiate U.S. team. And this was the first time all these big NBA stars, these pro legends, were playing together. And they were playing against collegiate dweebs. Like, they were skilled and shit, but they played against the collegiate team. The collegiate team beat them, bro. They beat them. And the organizers were like, do not let the press in. We can't let them see this. But you got all those big egos that have been going against each other for the past decade coming together.
You can't trust them right away.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like you can't. But what happened? Throughout the year, or throughout the Olympics, they played together more. They got more familiar with each other. They were able to get their different play styles put in place, and I think they got the gold medal that year.
Yep.
They got the gold medal, and so it's just that progression. Know, if you would have heard that the Dream Team got beat by some collegiate U.S. team, you wouldn't have believed that.
Yep. because it just doesn't make any
It's
sense.
like, what?
Yeah.
Larry Bird and
The
Michael
stats
Jordan?
of everybody combined on that team of the dream team
Right.
doesn't translate of them losing against a team that nobody
Right.
knows about.
It's not even conceivable. It's
Yeah.
like, what?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
because there's a lot of eyes of people that think of it as eyes and teams in that team.
100%. It's that progression, bro.
Yep.
It's that progression. You're always learning. There's always something to learn. Always something to change for the better.
Yep.
Like goes full circle. The back. You can't be closed-minded. You guys can't be closed-minded.
Yep.
Be open to change. Be open to learning. It's
Yeah.
the way to do it.
Crazy.
Put Carlos Crocodile down.
Carlos the alligator.
Put him down.
Nah,
roast the
bro. He's
alligator.
Why you
He's mine
Why you
now.
manhandling my child like that?
He mine now, bro. He doesn't like you. He's ready to bite you. Look, he's like, you were fucking up my identity for so long. Come here, I'm gonna bite your ass.
Boy.
Yeah, he's mad. He's big mad at you, bro. What you did to him. He's got a lot of childhood trauma pent up.
I mean, he's traumatized the way you just grabbed him like that.
No, he's chilling, bro.
Rawr. He's big chilling, bro.
But
Carlos is in good hands.
you had a topic to talk about the off the back
Oh.
thingy, because we
Oh,
talked about
yeah.
it earlier. Justin should hear about this too.
This kind of goes full circle into like the internet and moral compass and
Independent bosses shit.
yeah, all that shit that we discussed. But a big trend in the vintage community right now, or it's been there for a while, but it's like off the backing people. So you see someone out in public wearing like some really cool rare t-shirt, right? Let's say it's like some rare like all over print 90s Milwaukee Bucks t-shirt. And then you go up to that person and then you try and buy the shirt off their back. And so you're like, hey, I like your shirt. I'll give you this much for it. And that's like the off the back challenge. And so it's been a pretty prevalent thing in the community for a while. But just recently, there's been an ethical question raised about it. Because something that's becoming more and more common is people are off the backing homeless people. They'll come across like, I was showing Luke, just recently there was a guy, he had like a 90s liquid blue all over print dragon t-shirt that fetches like $150. And this guy went to him and then he off the backed the homeless guy, and he's some poor old guy begging on the corner, and he lowballed him for the shirt. And then the homeless man bargained with him, but he ultimately got away with the shirt for like a good steal pretty much. And so it raises this question, like, how ethical is that? Like,
He bought the shirt for $30,
yeah,
and the shirt to be resold can be sold to 150, right?
100 to 150. That's the range it goes for.
Resellers fucked up the whole game of thrift stores.
Hold
All
up
vintage.
here, bro.
They
Hold
fucked
up.
it
You're
up.
calling him out now.
They fucked it. Not saying
put
I
it over here,
I don't respect the hustle, but I don't know. Y'all fucked it up.
What you saying, bro? No, you're grouping me in there
Here's
too.
Here's the thing. It's just complicated to put a value onto a product that you don't know about, because there's so much vintage clothing out there, and it's so hard to kind of put a dollar amount on it. You just kind of you just go with the trends. Essentially, that's what it is,
See, when I got into vintage, right? I got into it because I was doing community service at a thrift store. I was just like, this is some really cool clothes, and I went thrifting a lot with my pops, and like when I was younger. And I remember I'd buy some stuff, and I'd always go to garage sales and whatnot and look at stuff. But then I fell off with it for a while. But then I got back into it from my community service at a thrift store. I was like, wow, there's a lot of cool stuff that comes through. And, I like this stuff, and I'm wearing it. Maybe I could sell it, to cut the cost of what I'm collecting.
Yeah.
And so that's how I got into it. I'm like, this is a business, good little legal hustle, But at the same time, I got into it with like is genuine roots to the vintage community, because I've always appreciated it. At the same time, there's a lot of people coming out of like COVID, and they decide as a quick hustle to like get cash. And they're like, oh, I was reselling Bape shirts before, or Supreme, or the whole streetwear. I'm reselling streetwear. I can resell vintage because I can get a t-shirt at a thrift store for X amount and then mark it up like 400%. And so you got a lot of people that just came into it for the dollars and not for the love of the community.
Yep.
And so I see what you're saying. Like, resellers did fuck it up because nowadays you don't have people really appreciating like vintage and the garments and the cool clothes and the history behind them like other people do that have love for the community, have been a part of it for a while, and now it's just a big cash grab from every angle because there's really nothing like proprietary about like going to the thrift store and like finding the shit, except you gotta know what to look for. And like that's the skill set pretty much, is having the expertise on how to spot like these certain garments that go for X amount or that you'd appreciate. But now there's just so many people that came into it and are doing it that is fucking up the game.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I've shopped at thrift stores my whole life. So back when I used to go to the thrift store, get some new clothes, I'd be like $2 shirts, maybe $3 shirts. Now I go to Goodwill and now it's like $15, $20 for a used shirt.
Hold up, bro. Another thing that comes with that though is inflation. Because the shit's been inflated. Like, the entire economy's been inflated for a bit. It's cooling down a little bit now, but I noticed too, like 2022, prices on everything in the thrift store started going up. Like $3 tee was now like $4 or $5. But certain things like the Harley Davidson, used to be able to find like Harley tees for lower prices. Now they're all, you go to Goodwill, they're always like $20.
Yep.
$15-$20 for a Harley tee. But
based on the brand, dude,
I think it comes down to like the genuine love for like vintage. And are you in it because you really appreciate it and you want to spread this appreciation with others, or is it because you're just in it for the cash? And I think the people that are in it for the cash, it's gonna shine through. Like this guy who lowballed a homeless guy for his t-shirt and then posted online for clout tokens. You know, I just think there's a right way to go about it and a wrong way to go about and off the bag.
Yeah, and that's everything. It's just like you said. It's just the fact that it's so relevant and there's so many people doing it. It's kind of what tarnishes the game, you know.
Yeah.
And it's always like we were talking about earlier. It always just depends on your intent and your purpose,
right,
on what you want to show off. Do you want to be somebody that's low-key and just only there for the money? Or do you want to show somebody that you put the effort to find something nice for somebody else to wear? Because you can think about it, it's like, that shirt could be expensive, but I did find that as a low price, but I did have to go find it myself because I had to go to that store. I had to spend some gas money. I have to go through some other shit and all that to get this shirt to sell it to you.
Right. You know? I found this shirt up north.
Yeah.
I found this shirt way up north in some random thrift store. I dug through some like abandoned house that was filthy, and I found this shirt, and I went through the rigorous process of giving it oxy bath and washing it and scrubbing it and bringing it back to life. You know, I put sweat equity into acquiring this piece so I could provide it to you who appreciates it for a good affordable price.
It's a hustle, and it's also just something that like it's a product that you don't usually see out there.
Yeah.
So you can get it for yourself to rock that for yourself, or you could just not. Simple. You know, it's like the same idea of just reselling cars. You know, somebody can price a car super fucking expensive, but when somebody knows their shit, goes up to that car and be like, or if you're selling that car for $15,000, somebody that knows their shit, the mechanics, and be like, okay, well, I see that there's a bunch of shit wrong with this car, so you're gonna have to spend this much amount for this car to fix this car to even make it drivable and all that shit. Next thing you know, you're paying only $4,000 for it. Because some people don't know their shit. Some people can believe in their price, but when other people bring that reality or just give them the scenario, the expertise, then it just dims it down a little bit. Which in the reselling market, it's kind of, or for clothes or even shoes, there's not much of a value point for a clothing item. More so just following the trends. Because you know, if you're buying a shirt, you research that shirt to see how much somebody else sold it for.
Right.
You know, there's not really a definite price onto that of what you can sell it for.
Right. You gotta price it, like you said, you look at what other people have sold the shirt for or the garment for, and then you formulate your price based on that. What is the market at right now for this, and what's the condition it is in, and how do I price this according to the market? It's the way to do it, and there's the right way to do it, and there's the wrong way to do it, and
And 9-2 original, very genuine with his words and genuine with his selling, because every time he will sell you something, he can tell you the process of going through it and what is possibly wrong with it. And some people can open their eyes and be like, they can fall back, and he doesn't take it personal. He's just like, yeah, I mean, you can buy this shirt, but you just got to remember there's a stain back here. I try to take it out, but it wouldn't come out. You just got to, if you want to buy that, that's just what you got to be aware of.
And that goes for everything.
Damn,
Sorry, Carlos.
so.
That goes for everything. On all my online listings, I go through, I try and list all the flaws that I spot. I'm very attentive to it, and I try to detail it so I'm not juking the buyer out. And my over 400 5-star reviews online represent that.
There you go.
Why are you gripping the mic like that?
I was bringing it close. I'm talking to the camera.
He needed to bring it
What
out.
you thinking of, bro?
I mean, sometimes I guess not stains like particularly, but sometimes like it has.
Oh, he changed the question.
Hold on,
He
what?
changed the question.
Wait,
bro.
not stains particularly. I'm like, wait, we're talking about stains now?
Well, he's talking about like
Justin, you
like
bro.
classifying the shirt. Like I heard like the Freddy Krueger dunks.
Okay,
They have those.
shit.
Okay, yeah.
They have those spots on them because Nike dumped oil on them trying to get rid of them because they didn't want to put them out for the market.
Yeah, you
Really?
fucking know that? I don't even know that
I didn't
shit.
know that.
What the fuck?
And people,
I'm a sneaker guy. What the fuck?
people, employees, they
heard
they
that.
they stole the shoes. They took the shoes out the factory. That's why there's only so many in the world.
Yeah.
So they took the shoes out and they tried to sell them, but the rest of them got burned. That's why they have all like the purple prints on them.
Damn, bro. I did not know that about the oil speckle or I
Yeah.
thought that was blood spatter on the Freddy Dunks.
No, that's oil because they try to burn them all. They want to sell them.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
And then the
I never heard
value
that.
is just up there. You never really know the value, man. That's why it's like I used to be in the sneaker game, but now I kind of fell off of it because you cannot really predict what a sneaker can sell for. A lot of the sneakers nowadays is slowly dropping because you can buy a Jordan 1 for $170 retail right off of its release, but then it can only be sold for $250 until you get those motherfuckers to actually open up a store reselling sneakers but get so much profit off of it because how they priced it. That's how they're comfortable with their price and stuff too. I buy a shoe for $170, or even when it's a consignment store where they buy, sell, trade. If you trade this shoe or I buy this shoe for $100 and I look at the market, it's only being sold for $250. Depending on how much I work into it, I can sell it for close to $200 because it has been worn, it has been doing this, it has been doing that. But the way I want to price it, I want to get the most money out of it, so I'm going to sell it for $400. Those are the people I don't fucking like.
Right.
Because it's like, Jesus Christ, dude.
Trying to maximize the profit,
Yeah.
really milk it.
And what fucking kills me is the fact that the impulse. A lot of society nowadays is based on impulse buying too.
Yeah.
I can do the research on GOAT on StockX to see how much it's going for. That's $400 right there, but it shows me that's $250 right here. But it's right there.
Right.
The size of it is right there, the correct size.
It's that
The-
convenience
Yep,
price, the
yep.
price of convenience. You could have this pair of Jordan 1s right now. It'll just cost you $200 extra.
Yep.
I think the sneaker market. I think some of those sneakers are totally ugly though.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. There's some ugly ass colorways that come out.
Not even just
Especially-
colorways, just like shoes in general.
The fashion.
Yeah, it's like
Man,
It's just because
I'm not gonna
everybody's
lie.
trying to be unique,
I've never found Yeezy 350s except for maybe the first versions.
The turtle doves.
Yeah, the turtle doves, the OG Yeezy 350s. Those are clean. Afterwards, whatever's coming out, I can't fuck with the 350s. I think the foam runners are kind of cool. They're a unique idea.
Thank you. The fucking Crocs, the one that have the black ones and the red ones.
oh,
The alien shoes?
I ain't talking about.
The
Those
one
are
that look
cool.
like seashells.
It's a unique concept. I appreciate.
I
it.
fuck with them. I bought them for $90 each.
I don't like those.
I got them for retail
Well,
at the Yeezy Supply.
What about white and navy blue Air Force Ones?
Dog, I have a pair of those actually.
Yeah,
I still haven't worn them yet.
bro, that's crazy.
What?
He gave them to me for my birthday, like 4 years ago,
Wow.
4 years ago.
Yeah,
I told him when I wear them, you'll be the first person to see them.
I bought them. I think it was like a polo hat too.
Yeah, I got the polo hat.
I don't know if you had long hair at the time or not.
unopened. Everything.
Bro, you know, I think you kind of low key introduced me into the sneaker game. Because ever since I wore those 4s, dude, I just never went back.
Yeah, those 4s are RP.
Because he had like the white and red 4s, like
Somebody
Cements?
no, it's
No,
not cement.
the
It's
white
like I
and red
forgot what
ones.
it's called, but it's
Fire
like
reds?
all white, but the second like trim color is red.
Okay.
I forgot what they're called.
Maybe they're is there black on them or
No, it's just straight white and red.
I kept them so clean, and somebody fucked them up, and now they're trash.
Damn, bro, dude, that's what happened to my fire red 4s. I was so pissed. I bought I think it was the 2020 release of the fire red 4s, and I was leaving them. I washed all my shoes, all my sneakers. Like I'll have a set sneaker cleaning day. I wash all my J's and shit off, and in my bathroom, and I had them sitting out because they needed to get washed. And I don't know what the fuck my cats did to them, but I came home from work one day. There's little white dots all over the black and red
My
midsole
God.
on the 4s. I'm like, what the fuck happened? And they're really uniform little dots like this, and it's just I don't know what happened to them, but I could probably fix them with a little paint job and shit. I just need to order some Angelus and get that done.
Yeah.
Just gonna time, man. Just gotta find the time to do it.
Yeah, definitely. So, but you were a little bit into the sneaker game, Justin, or?
Not really ever. Maybe just.
But what made you buy the 4s?
I was actually gifted those as well.
Oh, really?
For my birthday one year.
Damn.
I'm not really a big shoe buyer, but yeah, if I get gifted, then I'll wear once in a while. But now I'm on more of a boot. Cause
Mexican
boot
boot,
wave.
cowboy boot.
I like to use my shoes and shit. So I don't want to wear all these nice shoes and walk I'm walking on paper or something. And
Man, I feel that shit.
then I can't step over here because I might get this dirty, or I can't step over. No, I'm walking through everything.
Man, that's why lately I've just been Air Force Ones, white Air Force Ones are my new beaters, bro.
Yeah.
I'll wear those shits everywhere. And
Super clean and a little bit. If you yellow them a little bit, it fits the vintage vibe.
yeah, bro.
Yeah.
You can beat those shits up.
You know what I want to get into? I want to get into New Balances.
Bro, you
Fit
need a
the
pair.
fit the vintage vibe, dude.
You need a pair.
I'm pissed about that too. I have to wear New Balances my whole life as a kid, and they used to be $40-$60, and now this fucking New Balance craze going on.
Do you blame Jack Harlow?
And now they were going up before him, but they went up
A little
I
bit.
lot
think-
more.
I think we really saw the sharp spike from Jack Harlow.
How you gonna charge me $150, $200 for a pair of New Balances?
Yeah, shit, bro.
Because of the people that wear it.
It's the market,
Yeah,
supply and
yeah,
demand,
yeah.
baby.
That's fucked up. I miss my $40 New Balances.
I think a lot of people do, bro.
Yeah.
The New Balance heads.
Even Champion back then.
Oh yeah,
nobody
Champion.
wore Champion.
And Tommy Hilfiger
Dude,
and
that
all
was-
that shit.
Man, Champion was seen as one of those Kmart brands back
Yeah.
then.
Yep.
It was Kmart, and now nowadays, yeah, Champion's really sought after. Vintage Champion, specifically reverse weave crew necks, are super sought after.
Damn.
And vintage Champion crew necks, very sought after pieces. But yeah, back then they were not valued that much. It's all in the eye of the beholder.
Yep.
The mass market, what's the hype is. And that goes with a lot of products and all
Yep.
sorts of markets. Is what's the hype? And different things influence that, drive it down, and the eyes of
Yep.
reputation and perspective and whatnot.
It's the same motto of another man's trash is another man's treasure.
Exactly.
You know?
What if everyone tomorrow is who cares about checks on shoes? Who cares about Nike?
Yep.
Nike's stock value would plummet, and Nikes would not have the sneaker market that you have today.
Yep.
They're just such a great history with Nike, though. It's been generational.
Yep.
Well, it came from Nike was started in the I want to say 60s, right?
Closer to 70s. I think.
Closer to 70s, late 60s, early 70s.
Yeah.
And at first, the first Nikes that were manufactured didn't even have checks on them.
Yeah.
And they're made by a Japanese manufacturer and shoe manufacturer until Nike decided like they want to start manufacturing their own shit.
Yep.
And then came the check design, and that was like revolutionary.
And then Converse was running the game.
Oh yeah,
Converse
bro.
was running the whole game, and now the whole generation has changed to where Nike owns Converse.
Crazy, bro.
Magic Johnson lost a lot of money for signing with Converse over Nike.
Damn. Imagine a parallel universe where Magic Johnson signed
With
the Nike
Nike.
deal and Michael Jordan signed
Signs
the
the
Converse.
Oh my god.
Bro.
We will not get the shoes that we get now, man.
For real.
And they got not low Converse is looked at now, but compared to back in the day, Converse used to be the top shoe to have.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I still think people. I still think Converses are a clean shoe people
Oh,
can pull
yeah.
off. Good casual shoe. I don't really rock them like that. But when I was a youngin', I think I had a pair.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly what. It was a real beat up pair I got.
Because
But
Converse was the Vans of now.
it was.
Vans are, you see that everywhere because Vans are very versatile.
Yeah.
Converse used to be that. The All Stars, dude,
Oh, shit.
super clean, dude.
Yeah. That's why I had a pair of All Stars.
Yeah.
I think they were red All Stars when I was a youngin'.
Something about them brings out like a old school feel, you know what
Yeah,
I'm
that's
saying?
very West Coast too.
Yeah, yeah.
You got the Chucks on. Chucks and Vans are very like West Coast. West Coast origins of footwear from back then. And then like on the East you got like the East and Midwest, you got like the Jordans, Timberland, boots. I don't know where Reebok and Adidas falls in that. I think Adidas was East Side too, with
Yeah.
like Run DMC.
Yeah,
and all
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah,
shit.
yeah.
They got like the tracksuits on with the
The tracksuit was big.
shell toes.
Yeah,
Oh man.
yeah.
Little fashion history.
You have anything to add on that off the back thing, so?
Oh, I think there's got to be some kind of moral in it. Like, if you're gonna buy a homeless man something, you know what I mean, give him a fair price
Yeah,
and at least bring him a shirt to wear.
yeah.
I mean, because that
Or
man's,
buy
I
him food
agree.
too.
that man's going back to nothing. You know he has nothing already, and for him to take something, you know,
Right.
you did buy it, but did you do it fairly
Yeah,
though?
the $30 can mean a lot, but then again, he can just use that on drugs. If you buy him food, that guarantees him something to eat. You know?
Yeah. 100%. I think the most ethical route to go about it is be like, hey man, you got a really cool shirt, you know, it's actually pretty sought after. I'm gonna pay you market for it, provide you a new shirt, and then maybe buy him some food or something like
Yep.
that, you know, but pay him market or give him a fair offer,
Yep.
not a low ball. Because here's a man that doesn't have anything as is. You're buying the shirt off his back, which is one of the very few possessions that he owns, and you're lowballing him for that item. It's
You're
just-
you're still taking advantage of someone
Taking
that's been
advantage.
taken advantage of a bunch of times.
yeah.
You know?
I think they gotta know too when someone says no, like no is no. Don't be like, "Hey, I want that shirt," and be like, "No, I'm good." And you say, "No,
Pressuring
bro,
them and shit.
I really want that shirt. I'll give you this X amount, and just let it be." You know what I mean?
show that respect. Don't keep
Yeah.
pressing.
I saw this dope ass video of this old guy bringing in a pair of Nike Air Mags.
Oh shit.
Fucking the one that looks like Back to the Future shoes.
Okay.
He brought a pair of those. They cost like 15 to 20 grand now. Auto lacing Nike Air Mags. Brought them to they brought them to like retail shoe stores like Foot Locker and like Champs and shit. And they're like, so my son was telling me that he bought these here.
I've seen this video, bro.
I just wanted to know how much I can get back for them. And thankfully, all the people that looked at these, they were surprised. They're like, holy shit, this is the holy grail. But they were just like, they told them the truth. Like, honestly, like, we can't even think of an offer because this is way too much. This easily you can get $12,000.
Right.
There's a point where this one guy said like, yeah, I called my manager. We're not gonna buy these off of you, but I do have a suggestion. You should go to New York. Go to this place called Fight Club.
I saw
They'll
that.
buy it for you 10 grand easily. And he goes, okay, I think I'll do that. Yeah, make sure you go to your car right away, though. Don't show that to anybody else. I'm like, that's
Yeah.
fucking sweet, dude.
That
At
guy
least
was
there's some
looking
honest
out.
people, yeah. At least because this is an old, frail man just bringing in fucking Air Mags, dude. Knowing that there's scummy people, they're gonna be like, hey, what's that? Grab it and fucking take away from him, dude. Ooh.
Yeah, or lie to the guy, or like you said, just like rip it out of his hands.
Yep.
Right.
There's no morals nowadays.
Yep.
There's a right way to do it, and there's a wrong way to do it. And as long as you're doing it the right way, then you'll, at the end of the day, or at the end of whatever, you'll enjoy the fruits of your labor, and they'll be more sustainable if you're doing it the right way. And if you're doing it the wrong way, eventually you're gonna crash and burn.
I think for me, it comes back to karma, and you get what you give.
100%, bro. 100%.
Yep, it's crazy. Well, anyways, that's going to end the podcast today, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your post notifications. That way you can get updated on every time we upload. Follow them on 92 Original. You want to spell that out?
920 RIG.
Look at the camera when you say it, man.
INAL.
Say it one more time.
Original.
I cut you off a little bit.
Well, I'll do it. 920 RIGINAL at Instagram, Depop, and that's it, right? And Facebook.
Depop, Facebook, and eBay too. I'll be posting mostly on Depop though for listings.
Yes, sir.
And everybody, comment in the comment section. Comment, Justin's a stinky hoe.
I didn't want to say this,
Oh boy.
but Jacob is the Binky baby.
Oh,
And
nah,
if
that's you,
y'all have
bro.
Pampers, send them this way because he is in need.
You said it. Hold up, Luke. You heard him. He said he needed a fresh pamper.
Fresh
No,
Pampers.
no,
He
I
did need
said-
fresh
one-
Pampers.
In need
Oh.
of fresh pampers.
Send-
He asked for one
Send
before the
Binkies this
show.
way.
He needs the fresh pampers, bro. In fact, I think he made a little stinky. That's
know.
why
Oh,
he's so
boy.
stinky
Oh,
right
boy.
now.
You sound a little mad
Everyone
right now.
everyone comment, Justin's a stinky hoe.
You're mad right now. I think it's time for a nap.
We'll drop a PO address in the comments
To
for
where you
to
can
send
send him Pampers.
pampers.
Or granny panties.
Fuck y'all.
Either
bro.
or.
But anyways, that's going to be it.
I gotta say one more thing. Jacob does look like the twins off
Oh
Rugrats.
my god.
I'm sorry. You
Wait, you said what?
you look like one of the twins off
Oh,
Rugrats.
boy.
One of the twins from what?
Rugrats, I guess.
Rugrats?
Look him up. That's Jacob.
That,
Napoleon.
I don't
y'all
know.
decide.
I-
Y'all
yeah,
decide.
all right.
I haven't
this
watched
is
Rugrats
the
in a
BeeHole
while.
Podcast. Don't be a hole. Be a BeeHole. Until Vato. We'll see you next time. Deuces.
Peace.